Hi, thank you for joining me for this video. I am doing the single leg kick and the double leg kick. This is number 16 and 17 in the Mat Work Pilates series. I like these exercises. They're wonderful for the back of our legs, our hamstrings, our butt. It really stretches out our knees as well. I do have to say a word of caution for my people with knee issues. This could be a little much for your knee. So we will do a little test to make sure that it's comfortable for your knee. If it's not, then I would suggest you pause, but I'm going to show you that you don't have to do the full movement if it is problemsome for your knees, okay? So if you have any knee injuries, I have a knee injury. I've had knee surgeries, so this one is okay for me. It feels good because it kind of stretches the knee. So yeah, you'll just have to listen to your body. Very important. So, but yeah, we're going to do these two exercises together. They're somewhat similar, and I thought they'd be nice to do together. So I hope you will join me, and you just need a mat and anything else, maybe a water if you need it. But yeah, let's get started. I'm going to warm us up a little bit, but I always say if you are not warm, it's first thing in the morning, you really just feel really tight and not stretched out, you may need more of a warm up, and that is okay. Just pause the video, warm your body up a little bit more, and then continue, okay? So yes, I hope you will listen to your body. So, okay, let's get started. So let's go ahead and lay on our back. We're gonna do just a little bit of breathing, kind of warm up the pelvis. Let's start to just kind of move our pelvis around on the mat. And let's kind of do some imprinting into the mat. And when I say imprinting, that means pulling the pelvis slightly back and really imprinting the lower back into the mat. And let's go forward, kind of tilting. This is where you're kind of pushing your pelvis a little forward. And you can put your hands right here to see. I want you to start your breathing. Take a big inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Pull back. And again, you can see my pelvis rocking just like this. So this really releases the lower back, gets it kind of warmed up. Also, it starts to engage the abdominal muscles. We start to feel those, get them warmed up. As you pull back, pull those abdominals in. This is a good abdominal movement right here. And breathing through the nose, out the mouth. Nice. And just kind of try and think of rolling around in a circle. Just kind of maybe drawing a circle around your sacrum with your hips. And opposite direction, this really pulls out. I love this for my lower back. Wonderful. And then let's go ahead and bring one knee into our chest, our right leg. Make sure you have room. I'm almost out. And pull that knee just gently around, kind of just stirring that hip joint. Get it all warmed up. And let's switch legs and get that one warmed up. Just gently pulling around, breathing. And let's bring both knees into our chest and just give a nice pull. This is gonna stretch out the hip flexors as well as pull out that lower back. Kind of rock, do a rocking motion back and forth if that feels nice. Couple little stirs around one way and the other. Excellent. And then let's put our knees up and we're just going to kind of do some leg slides. And this kind of helps us to engage those abdominals. And then just lightly you're going to straighten and bend your knee. And this is kind of gives a little warm up to the knee You're going to gently just slide your toes along your mat, very slow and controlled, pulling in the abdominals. And this is going to kind of just wake up the knee and get that synovial fluid moving around. That's what kind of lubricates our knee joint. So let's try that on the other side. This also keep the lower back imprinted into the mat. And a couple more times. And nice. Wonderful. Let's take one more knees to the chest and kind of lift our head. Get that neck stretched out a little bit as well. And nice. And let's roll up. We're going to turn over onto our hands and knees. Let's take a couple cat and cows. Go ahead and just breathe with these. We're going to go ahead and take a cow. Remember not to let the lower back slouch completely. Keep the abdominals still pulled in. No too much slouching in the back. And then inhale. Pushing out through that upper back. Think of filling out that area to get that stretch. You can tuck your toes under and lean back slightly. It's going to give even more of a stretch. Breathing. And let's exhale and cat. Bring that neck up slightly just to stretch it out a little bit gently. And one more time. And release. And let's go ahead and take a little child's pose. Stretching out those arms. Nice. Okay, and we're going to start on our bellies. So we're going to start on our bellies. Hopefully my whole body's in this video. Might need to move up a little bit. There, you got to see my feet. Okay, so the first exercise is the single leg kick. So we are going to be up on our forearms. You can have your hands in fist position or you can have them just flat. We want to have our elbow directly underneath our shoulder. And we want to be lifted in the chest. We want to have that navel pulled up back towards our spine. So think of drawing and pulling that belly button back towards the spine. And you're going to stay lifted in this position on your forearms. So we're going to be using our forearms, our shoulders, biceps and triceps, which is wonderful. And we're going to stay lifted. You want to tighten those glutes and tighten your legs. Strengthen, flex, keep them all engaged and tight. So as you want your neck just to be a normal, and you do not want to be sinking in the shoulders up here. You want to be hollowed out and lifted. So this area also is full. And think of your neck as lengthening out and not scrunched down, okay, or too back. And let me just demonstrate how it will look. So we're going to, as we start to inhale, we're going to take our right leg, inhaling and beat twice. 1, 2, and down. Keeping lifted, keeping those abdominals pulled back, legs engaged. 1, 2, and exhale. 1, 2, and exhale. Just like that. So join me on the side and the other side. Now for my people with knees, if that is too much, you do not need to pull it. You want your heels to be going towards your butt. But if that feels too much, just do a very slight little beat. Just a slight one. Listen to our body. Make sure that's comfortable because you do not have to go really far. The goal is to kick our heel towards our butt. But if that's too much, just do a small little beat. This is fine. Okay, and let's release. Let's come down, rest our arms, forehead to the mat. Nice. And let's try that one more time. So back up on our forearms, hands flat, fists, whatever's more comfortable. And shoulders, elbows right underneath our shoulders, lifted, abdominal pulled in, legs engaged. And inhale. And release. Excellent. And take a break. We're going to stretch out our arms. And go ahead and stretch out your neck. You'll feel a little nice stretch in your neck if you put your arms back and your head forward. And just take a break. A nice big breath. Now our next exercise is very similar. So now we are going to keep our arms out and interlaced. I like to hold my two fingers. You're going to be pulling out your shoulders like this. So you want to grab whatever grip you want to do that's comfortable. You're going to rest them on your lower back, not too high, because you still want to make sure your the top of your shoulders touch the mat. Okay, now for me with breast, that may not work. So you can see I can barely touch my shoulders to the mat. So this is okay, we'll do our best. And we're going to have our head rested to one side. And as we do the move, then we're going to alternate and turn our head to the other side. So it's going to look something like this. Head to the side, and as we inhale, we're going to bring our legs up and beat 3 times. 2, 3. And as we exhale and lift up our head, pulling back on our arms, engaging those legs as well, pulling in the abdominals, and release. And then our head goes to the opposite end. So inhaling, and let's release. And just put your head forward. And let's try that again. Hands lowered down, grasped, legs engaged. And inhaling. Beat 3 times, and again. And one more time. And up and release. Wonderful job. Go ahead and take a well-deserved child pose. Stretch out, release that lower back. Head to the forehead to the mat. And release. That was a wonderful job. Keep working on that exercise, and the two together go great. I hope you've really enjoyed this, and I hope you'll join me for the next video. Have a wonderful day.